Today is nutrition. I just want to give you some simple tips here for this because we could go down that path all day long to try to work with that. And I really like to work with people individually because everybody's different. So that way your nutritional needs are a little bit different. But I want to kind of give you some generalization guidelines here that can be able to help you convert to help you out. The biggest thing is totally believe in real food. Get as much whole food, real food as you can. Fruits, vegetables, lean meats, lean proteins, those like that. Try to stay away from anything in a box, a bag, or a can. It's already dead. You know, it's already in its coffin. So how in the world is that going to bring life to your body? Because you need some life in those legs to get you up the mountains at the Blue Ridge Marathon, okay? So we need to get nutrition in the body that's live nutrition. So that's whole foods, that's real food, that's live. So get that into your diet, okay? So if for some reason you're hung up and go, oh, I got to have my pasta, I got to have those other things or my processed food. Well, I don't think you do, but if you do, all right, do like an 80-20 rule. So 80% of the time, eat whole foods, eat below ground vegetables, above ground vegetables. That's carbohydrates, okay? So they're carbs. A little quick little thing here is proteins, anything with eyes or comes from something that has eyes. So like milk or eggs, they come from something that have eyes. They're proteins. Most of the time a protein comes with a fat, okay? The only other little thing with that is, if it does not have eyes and with fat, is avocados. Fantastic. Be sure to add avocados to your diet. Huge, very good, important for you. But having good fats in your diet, which is coconut oil, olive oil, and of course I prefer organic and free-ranged if you're getting from your meat sources, whatever byproducts, milk or eggs from free-range. But that's whatever your belief system. But it's definitely been shown to have more nutritional value with that, so get more bang for your buck. But with that, you're getting your fats, which are avocados, coconut oil, and you're getting good organic butter, or if you've got a free-ranged animal that you know's got good nutritional habits, then you can eat the fat from them. Okay, so that's where you want to get your fat sources from. Everything else, I don't recommend putting those into your body. Fat's good for you as long as you're getting good fat and not too much of it. Okay, so we got protein and fat. Your carbohydrates. Carbohydrates is something with no eyes. So what you're going to do is, if it's above ground vegetables or below ground vegetables. Your above ground vegetables, they're going to be a whole lot more fibrous and things like that. They're not going to be as starchy compared to your below ground vegetables. Okay? Below ground vegetables are really good for a post-workout meal, and I'll get to talking about that in a second. They're starchy, so the body's going to break it down into sugar a little bit easier, and you can use those as natural sugars compared to a processed food or refined sugar. You want to move those from your diet if at all possible. Okay? So I want to talk to you. So that's 80-20 rule. So you want to be able to eat 80% of the time like I just described, and 20% of the time eat whatever you want to do. If you're trying to be the best athlete you can be, you may want to decrease your alcohol content also, or your caffeine intake. A lot of those times fire up the body and actually become diuretics and help you actually get rid of a whole lot of water that you actually need to be able to train. So I would decrease that through your training season, okay? So we want to look at that. We want to look at when you're eating these foods, you want to really chew your food, okay? Your stomach, it doesn't have teeth. So you really want to make sure that you're masticating all of your food the best that you can while you're chewing it. And that way it's going to help as it goes down through the digestive system, break down a whole lot easier to be able the body to be able to use it a whole lot better. So have an eating contest with the person right across from you. And it means you finished last, okay? So take your time with that, all right? So as you're doing that, I mentioned hydration earlier. A little key here is when you're getting ready to hydrate, stop drinking 15 minutes before you're getting ready to eat, okay? And drink very minimally through the process of eating. You should be chewing your food till it becomes liquid, and then you don't need a lot of water. You don't want to be washing it down, okay? The reason why you're stopping 15 minutes before, as soon as you start to thinking about food or sense or smell smooth food, then all of a sudden your digestive enzymes start working. They start working. If you start to drink a lot of water before you get ready to eat, you're diluting those stomach acids, so it's not actually breaking down the food as well as it needs to be doing, okay? So you want to be able to drink most of your water in between your meals and then working there. So 15 minutes before, you're starting to slow down. If you want to add a little bit of lemon or apple cider vinegar to your water as you get ready to drink right before dinner, or right before your meal time, those really help your digestive enzymes also. They really help balance your pH out also. So there I'm eating. I'm really eating my food really, really well, eating slow. Within 45 to an hour after I get done eating, then I can start my hydration again. If not, I'm going to back to diluting myself. Most of your foods are going to take an hour and a half to 2 hours to actually start processed through the system. But within that first hour, you should already have that body, that food that you ate really broke down really well in the system. So that way then you can start your hydration again. The most important meals of the day that I highly recommend is your breakfast. You've been on a fast for 12 hours, 8 hours. Well, we wish we could get 8 hours of sleep. But hopefully you've got done eating at 6 or 7 o'clock at night. So if you're getting up at 6 or 7 eating again, basically your body's been through a 12-hour fast. So you want to get your breakfast in. You want to get a good quality protein, fats, and carbohydrates. Okay? It could be eggs and oatmeal. It could be, if your body can handle dairy, it could be a Greek yogurt that's very low in sugar and add some granola or some berries instead of the granola. You want to keep your sugar content low. Berries are not going to spike you up as much as like a banana or something like that. Or you can also do some kefir or something like that you could add with your berries or something like that if you have problems digesting yogurt with that. But the kefir is very low in lactate, so you'd be able to handle that a whole lot better. Okay, your next meal is your pre-workout meal. That's what's going to charge you for your run, okay? So, preferably, if you got an hour and a half is when you should have that in. So that way you're eating the exact same thing, a balanced protein, fat, and carbs. If you're eating too many carbs or some type of sugary snack before you get ready to go out, it's giving you a big insulin spike, and that way you're going to have a crappy workout, okay? Because the body's fighting all that. So your body wants to be able to be nice and smooth with your blood sugar levels. So an hour and a half before, eat your little snack. It could be an apple with almond butter on it. It could be carrots with hummus or something like that to give you a little snack if you're crushed on time or something like that. And then your post-workout meal. That's the big key. This is where you've broke your body down. You've used all your glycogen storage that you have built up in your muscles and your liver because you've been working out. You got to replenish them. And also you're getting nutrients in the body since you broke your body down by your workout. You want to be able to add that in. So I recommend a post-workout recovery drink, preferably with 3-to-1 ratio, 3 carbohydrates to 1 protein, no fats. Fats slow down your digestive system. We don't want to slow down. We want to break our food down or break down whatever we're putting in our body so we can get into our cells really quickly so that way we can replenish in that time period. You want to have that window of opportunities within 30 minutes of your post-workout or your workout. Try to get your recovery drink in at that point in time. If you don't have a drink, you may even be able to do like a yogurt and some berries in that time. I wouldn't recommend a Greek yogurt at that point in time. I would recommend more of a regular type of a yogurt because it's a little bit higher in sugar. That's the only time I'm going to recommend a little bit more sugar in your diet is in your post-workout meal. That's when your body needs it. So if your body's got to break something down, like if you're eating a above-ground vegetable to be able to get your sugar or your carbohydrate, it's going to take too long to break down. Here's where I want to be able to have more of a quick, simple sugar, so that way it's breaking down in a yogurt or a post-recovery drink that the body's able to get it back into the liver, back into the cells of your muscles, that's where you're storing it, to get you ready for your next workout. Your post-workout is getting you ready for your next workout. Okay? So that's really, really important. And then after about an hour or so after that, really eat you a good meal with balanced proteins, fats, and carbs. All right? So those are just some general guidelines. I don't want to overload you with a lot of different things. These are just simple things that you hopefully add to your diet, which will make you perform a whole lot better in your training, in your racing, and get ready to kick butt, come across the finish line, rocking it out at America's Toughest Road Marathon. Woo!